Hi and welcome back, my name is Emily. In this video I will be using some products from Miss Ink to create two cards. I will start off by using a stencil called Enchanted. I just love this one and it was the first time I used it, so I was excited to be using it finally. I have had it in my stash for a while now. So I'm using some purple tape to the back side of a standard A2 size panel here, and I will use my ink blending brushes from Trinity Stamps as well as some distress inks, and you can see what color I used here on screen. For my cards today I wanted them to be really simple, and I wanted to use few products, and I also wanted them to be I wanted to be able to send them to some mails in my I have a couple of birthdays coming up, and I wanted some cards that I could send or give to my relatives that are male. I actually struggled with that. I love glitter and I love gold and I love pink and purple and all of those colors, and sometimes I'm thinking that they are like okay for sending out to a man, but I think sometimes they get a little bit too much sparkly for their taste, or the man I'm thinking of anyway. So I am trying to use some more natural color or neutral colors here, blues and greens, and then some sparkles because I couldn't help myself. I just love that sparkle. And then I cut my panel down, and I wanted to have some shimmer to the sides there, and this is some specialty papers from Simon Says Stamp, and I didn't want to use a whole sheet, so I'm just cutting two small strips and adhere them to each side. And I think when you look at this card you probably think that I used a whole sheet of that beautiful paper, but I saved it and I can use it for something else. So here is the sentiment that I chose. I chose one that says happy birthday to you, and it comes from an older stamp set called On Birthday, also from Miss Ink. So I will heat emboss this in silver. I will just use my tools here, my Misty and Versamark ink. That's just a clear sticky ink, and then some, I believe this is Ranger silver embossing powder, and I did 2 coats of that just to make this sentiment stand out against our busy background. And then I will pop all of this up with some fun foam, and this one happens to be from Altenew, but you can use whatever you have in your stash. I just wanted to create some dimension between my white panel here and our beautiful inked panel. So when I was done with this card I will create another one, and this was really easy to create as well. I'll just leave you with some close-ups of this card before I go. Hope you can see all the shine from the embossing powder. So here I will actually I will use a clear ink pad once more, but I will use a black embossing powder. It's really rare that I'm using my black embossing powder because I think it sticks to everywhere, but I pulled it out because I wanted my sentiment to be really, really dark. At this point I was thinking that I was going to create my own background pattern here with the Unstoppable stamp set, also from Miss Ink. So I used Versamark ink, and I was thinking that I was going to go over it with the same colors that I used for my first panel. But when I looked at this card I absolutely loved how all the dinosaurs here was like put beneath our sentiment in a row. So I decided to go ahead and just coloring it as it was. So I will speed this up, but I'm using some pencils here, and I will go over my image and I will use 2 shades, and I'm no expert at coloring with pencils at all. I believe you can do this if I can do it. I just went over it just lightly first, and then I will go in a little bit heavier, and then I will smooth everything out with my white pen, if that makes sense. So I get a nice transition between my green colors here. And for the yellow parts, or the other part there, I will use 2 shades of like natural light yellow. Hope that makes sense. So here you can see how I'm going over everything with my white pen. And here how it turned out. I just love it. And I will save some paper once more, and I just cut out the center part of my this is Neenah Desert Storm cardstock, so it's a really nice paper, just to bring some contrast. And this one I'm just gluing flat down to my A2 size panel here. And that finished this card off. I will use a white gel pen just to emphasize the eyes and also give the dinosaurs here some highlights. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And until next time, have a great day. Bye!